Yes, yes. Welcome back to Everybody Has a Mic. This is episode 19. Everybody have a mic has a mic, excuse me, podcast. It's your boy Stevie B. If you can't see, bing bong, you know what I mean? We here, New York Knicks, you know what I mean? It's rocking. Yeah, hopefully we win this game tonight. But that being said, it's your boy Stevie B. Mr. S.B. via Instagram as well as LXB Galleries on Instagram as well. Happy to be back with my brothers, and looking forward to getting this episode popping. I'm gonna pass it over to my man JT. What's good?
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, JT Malone, aka East Coast legend, the man who snatch your face off and feed it to you in a sandwich, bruh. Just eat up. follow, you can follow me on Instagram at freaknasty_ECL. And I'm repping the Knicks and Wu-Tang. All right?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
All right, money. What's good?
All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mo. Motivate You One on Instagram, DJ Motivate You on TikTok. Happy to be here with my brothers again. Yeah, we was hanging it out today. I am not a Knicks fan, so I will not be looking like a Hallmark card and a ghetto ass.
It's a shame, y'all. But it's your birthright. Shame on you.
Yeah, birthright my ass. Birthright could be some damn losers.
Bronx
1970. What was it? What was it? Wolf
73, 74.
74, yeah. Acting like some fools got stabbed up in Indiana. I see y'all. Don't be going down there. See, New Yorkers, let me tell y'all something.
Somebody got stabbed in Indiana?
I think two of them got stabbed down there acting a fool. New York in the building. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, let me tell y'all something, New Yorkers. I don't care if you go to Miami. I don't care if you go to Florida. I don't care if you go to Wisconsin. I don't care. There's always people out there, tough guys out there. Enjoy where you are and take your ass back home. New York is not the only place on earth. Y'all are so damn delusional. You make me sick. Every one of y'all fans, except for these two over here, they're fine. They won't act like a damn fool out there. But you know who y'all are. Stop doing that. Enough.
Yeah, every place ain't. Everybody's not a Bama.
Kentucky got killers. Kentucky got killers.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, unalivers. I'm sorry, unalivers. Rob you for your chains and your cheap chains and all that. Come on, man. Leave these people alone, man.
Yeah, we got whatever for whoever. Bring your squad, man. It's New York, man. Only place on the planet. Get out of here with that nonsense. Anyway,
it serves my point.
Well, whatever. Anyway, like I was saying, man.
That's exactly what I'm talking
sound about. Crazy.
Starving. Ain't won nothing. Too big.
All right, so anyway, I'm gonna set it off tonight. I was going back and forth with a few different things. Had a couple conversations with some people, and I'm gonna say this: is it possible for you to have more than one soulmate? And if so, how so?
JT's shaking his head. No. This dude
You know what? For the head shake, we're gonna skip over to you because I feel like you got something to say. We're gonna go right to Mo Money. Set it off, Mo Money. Dude, Justin's like, nah.
Soulmates. More than one?
Yes, more than one. And if it is possible, how so?
Absolutely. This world is too big to just have. You can't tell me that this world is this big and you haven't met everybody in this world. You have connections and soul ties with people on this earth, in this world. You just don't know. You just don't know people, or you haven't been around, or haven't been to Bali. You haven't been to East Asia. You haven't been to these places. So I truly believe that there are soul ties in general with so many people. That's why I don't want people to get ruffled up, but especially when it comes to ladies, it's why it says I'm not trying to like even
Set it off. I let it
No,
off.
I don't
Let
mean
it
that.
off like a gat. Go ahead, man.
I don't even mean this in a negative way, but I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from with this. But you know, ladies aren't supposed to have so many like people in the kitty cat because the soul ties in between what they do emotionally. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying to even be like body count. I'm not going.
No.
I'm not
I
talking
got
about
you.
that. Okay, so I just want to make clear, anybody, ladies, is listening. The 3 ladies, 4 ladies that can tolerate hearing men talk, and you 3 or 4 that want to listen to men talk, or trying to help them out. I'm saying if you have so many, if you have a lot of experiences in the kitty cat, it's like you're having soul ties and you have traumas and built up this and that from the actions of being with people, right? So less is more in that fact, and that's why guys and girls kind of different when it comes to that. We don't really get too emotionally tied when it comes to clapping the cheeks, like you get what I'm saying. But anyway, soul ties, yes, I think this world is too big for a person to just say that is the one and only. Because if somebody passes away, death do us part. I'm a death do us part person. So if somebody passes away, I can't sit there and say that somebody can't find another love of their life or soulmate that gets them, that really understands them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it on that note. JT, what you got?
So I was just shaking my head. No, not that I disagree, but I mean, it's the topic in itself. But here we go. So no, I do believe you can have more than one soulmate. I probably told y'all this before offline. A lot of this one soul, one mate stuff is perpetuated by the people in power because they're inferior and they can't compete on a grand level. So they put everybody at a 1-to-1 ratio when for some people it could be a 1-to-10 ratio, a 1-to-20. Just because you're genetically inferior and you can only handle one woman, one soulmate, don't mean everybody else on the planet rocks like that.
Genetically inferior.
Yes.
I had to think about it.
Yeah.
I got it. And I continue.
So, at the end of the day, Neanderthals, you guys can't compete. And so you make these rules, you make these laws, you make these sayings about how, it should only be this, you should only be here and that's it. Blah, 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 blah. Because you can't compete on a natural spiritual level. So you put these things in place to keep yourself elevated, because if you left it wide open, you'd be extinct. And that's just real talk. But I agree, you can't have more than one soulmate. Like Mo said, like if my wife passed away tomorrow, the dick's not going on the shelf, people.
I'm just saying, think about it like this. Shout out to Nick Cannon.
It's just not going on the shelf. I'm going to go out and find somebody else who gets me, who understands, and who wants to take the dick off the shelf and clean it off every now and again. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But, like I said, I stick to what I said. At the end of the day, people talk that talk and say this one person, one soulmate type of talk, because at the end of the day, it keeps them in power and keeps people delusion and in a fog and not realizing what their true potential could be. And I'm not saying I'm an advocate for polygamy or anything along those lines, but you connect spiritually with your mother and father that you don't connect with a stranger on the street. You have brothers and sisters that you connect with. Those are soul ties. Those are spiritual connections. And so right there in itself, you have people who your soul matches up with in your direct family. So just saying that there's one spiritual soul connection you can have is already a misconception. And again, it's just brought up to not let people know their true potentials and what you could truly be. But if you really tapped into your family and realize that together you're stronger, when you work together with your spirits, your beings, your will, your energy, everything will change for you. And we live in America where it's me. I gotta do it all by myself. I gotta be the only one in the room. You heard Jay-Z said it. Somebody said to him that the higher up he gets is less of us, and he told the dude less is more. Why, Jay? Why? I don't want to be around a bunch of old stuffy Neanderthals when I'm an old ass man. I want to be around people who think like me, and we can go out in the sun and we can bask and we glow from it once we get our fill of the sun. We don't burn, we glow.
True.
So it recharges. So that's not what I'm looking for. So, shout out to Jay for being a billionaire, but I mean, that's not the room I want to be in when I become an older man. So that's what if those are the people I gotta be around to be a billionaire, we're gonna be sitting on the M's, fellas, because yeah, you can have multiple soul ties with people. That's just how I feel.
I'm with it. Yeah. I was talking back and forth with Dolly earlier today, and it came to the conclusion that it's definitely possible for you to, connect with the person, and in many different ways, not necessarily just a person of the opposite sex. You know what I mean? Like the three of us, not saying we're so no, but we've been friends since we were kids, teenagers, and just learning the world. And, to this day, we still talk every single day. If it's not from a social media, if it's not from a text message feed, my scroll back game is garbage.
Phone calls.
Yeah, phone calls and things like that. We always converse. So that being said, yes, absolutely, you can have more than one soulmate. Now, you know, how strong or how do you say drawn you are to a certain person, that could vary, depending upon what that person does for you, and spiritually, and the appetite that they feed, whether it's from an intimacy or just conversing back and forth, intelligence. You could be enamored by a lot of different things from a person. And I absolutely believe in my heart of hearts that it is a thing for you to care for more than one person. You know what I mean? Not saying that, you're head over heels in love with someone else, but it is a scenario where sometimes things get in the way and it doesn't end up working out. You know what I mean? So that vibe and soulmates, because it's that word soulmates, or those words soulmates, it it holds a lot of weight, and people use it weightlessly. They literally just, oh, you're my soulmate, and it's just like, nah, man, the vibes. When you vibe with somebody differently on a different frequency, and when you tap into that, that is such a beautiful thing, and you can tap into that same frequency, that same vibration with multiple people. It's humanly possible for that to be a thing. So when somebody says that they have a soulmate, just know that you may have lost your soulmate, but there is an opportunity for you to gain another. And that's pretty much how I'm moving. Who's next?
So hold on.
Oh,
hold on for a second.
Here we go.
Well, I just when JT was talking, I wrote something down. So do y'all think it's socially accepted to just have one soulmate? Because the way the structure is, as JT was talking about in the Western world, is it more acceptable to have one soulmate and that's it?
Yeah.
Right?
The way Christianity speaks, and that's the most practiced religion in the world for certain reasons. But yes, they say that you are supposed to have one soulmate, right?
That's
why it's not
Islam.
mate. Huh?
Islam's not number one?
Christianity, brother.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go.
Going.
I'm gonna go here in the West in our.
Yeah.
Here, right?
Yeah. It's Christianity here. Yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, and it's more accepted to have one soulmate here, if the man had financial means to take care of more than one person, would it then be more acceptable for that person to have more soulmates?
Hugh Hefner. All them little chicks was running around that house talking about Hugh was their soulmate.
Would it be more acceptable for that?
Neo,
society,
more recently, Neo. Akon.
Would society and women be more acceptable to share that person?
No. And I'm gonna say no. I feel like we've seen the slander of Nick Cannon. We've seen the slander of Neo more recently. Akon wasn't as popular as Nick Cannon and Neo, but he has been known to have multiple wives. You know, he's from another country as well.
Elon Musk as well.
Elon Musk.
Your president.
He got he got like 4 baby moms or something.
And it's frowned upon. No one likes it.
Okay,
no one likes it.
It's frowned upon, but who's taking care? But it's a decision that's being made by the opposite sex of ours to choose this. So if they are fine worrying about their financial there's got to be you can't play both sides of the fence. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm with you. So it's either yes or no.
In Utah, what's that religion?
Mormons.
Yeah. They had a whole religion dedicated to that.
That's why they left the East Coast.
Yeah, dedicated to that stuff. You know.
Shout out to the Youngs and from Greenwich. Same Youngs, FYI.
The Brigham Youngs, the Steve Youngs.
Steve Young is a direct descendant of Brigham Young.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The true Youngs don't even be in Utah. They live in Connecticut, Greenwich.
Go
That's where Steve Young grew up, and then he went to Brigham Young.
Yes, he did.
All right.
Did.
They got that money. And religion, you get that money. That's all I'm saying.
So my point is, so it's not acceptable, but some people still choose it because they care financially about.
No, I'm not going to say that because in that Mormon life,
or do these people feel that they are this person's soulmate? Like this person can have more than one soulmate.
Yeah,
is the question, right? So these women are attached to Nick Cannon. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not.
It's vibes. Yeah. He's hanging out. He's making them laugh. He's making them feel good about themselves. Exactly. They're not all together though. They're not all together. But you understand?
Yeah, he's popping in.
Yeah. And he's popping in when he's
but he's making sure everybody's
good.
Everybody's has a driver in the truck, the big truck. Everybody's looking good. Make sure if somebody needs anything, money, he just sends it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Again, I think he's found out, and some people have figured out the code is, keep showering these ladies with these gifts, and this money to feel a certain way.
Yeah,
they won't have no problems and no bite back.
It's true.
They really can't say nothing to him because he's out here working, doing the massing and doing all this different stuff. It's kind of hard to say anything when things are being taken care of.
Does he just have children with them? I know he's not with Mariah anymore, right? But
he has children with these people. He has children.
I'm sure he's still showering her with gifts.
Oh yeah, without question. I'm sure Mariah has a man showering her with gifts too.
Nah, Mariah's suit. Anyway, continue.
All right. Who's turn? You want? I can go.
You go for it.
I think I might have to talk about him.
Who?
Big Daddy Guns.
Oh Lord, I forgot all about that dude.
You seen?
I don't know.
Yesterday. Today is what is today?
29th.
29th of May. So on the 28th of May, Donald Trump commuted Larry Hoover's sentence.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Larry Hoover was the founder of the GDs, the Gangster Disciples, out of Chicago. From I think they was late 60s, early 70s. He started that gang. I don't think he got arrested seriously and got the crazy sentences he got from the federal government. Illinois gave him like 4 or 5 life sentences, which equals like 200 to 300 years or something crazy in prison. And the federal government, I don't even know how much time he had, but he was known for, murder, racketeering, drug dealing, all this type of stuff is what he was convicted on. I'm not saying he's guilty of it because I don't know Larry Hoover and I was not there. And I don't believe the charges that get put on black men before body cameras, i.e., I don't trust anything they tell me. Point I'm making is people is out here, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, celebrating. I don't know if they celebrate in the streets, but everybody talking about it. Everybody playing the Rick Ross. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover.
Oh.
Not realizing that this was only done at a federal level. And now Larry Hoover moves from like the Supermax prison to an Illinois facility to finish out the rest of his state terms. How do you feel about Donald Trump doing this, and what do you think his play is to do something like this with such a high profile convicted gang founder? Let's start with money.
I was literally listening. I absolutely walked past TV and they were talking about this around, I guess, 3, something like that, 2 o'clock, something like that, about this story. And I was like, what? But supposedly the guy that was speaking on it said, Larry Hoover was in a Supermax.
Yes.
Running some big gang. I forgot the name of the gang. And from the Supermax.
Oh, Gangster Disciples.
There we go.
Yeah.
They said, still said, I have never seen. He's like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Dude still running it, and is the main dude.
74 years old, by the way, too.
In the Supermax, running them outside. I never even. I had to pause and was like, "Whoa!"
I didn't know that.
That's next.
Neither did I.
That's next level. And supposedly Kanye or somebody brought this to, I think, Donald, Big Daddy's attention, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get him out of there, and yeah, we're gonna pardon him on the Supermax. We're gonna get him out of there. Now he's in was it Chicago?
Yeah, he should be in Illinois somewhere.
Illinois state, like the regular state.
Yeah, if they put him in Chicago, they're bugging.
Nah, not Chicago. No,
he's walking out of there in about 24 hours.
See what I mean? So
if they put him in Chicago,
can't do that. So it was somewhere in Illinois. Somewhere in Illinois is like a regular mid prison, right? Y'all don't be surprised if he's out. Don't be surprised if he's out before the end of the year.
How? How much more? Don't be
surprised. Don't be surprised if the Tiger King gets out. I was just having this conversation last night. Yeah.
I never watched that shit. Never watched it.
Listen, let me tell you something. I never watched it either, Steve. I watched it this year.
It's
February when I was in Florida. I had no choice. I don't want to talk about it.
It's so wild.
But I was in Florida right by him. I was right by the stuff that was happening in Florida in February, and I couldn't believe what I was watching, dog. Like I couldn't believe everything that was happening, and I think he got set up too. He was set up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like he was set up. This man's in jail now. He's set up, dog. Like there's nobody can tell me.
All right.
So don't be surprised if he's out too. Like honestly. Who else besides Larry Hoover? Because Larry Hoover is a big name, but we haven't gotten to all the people he has pardoned that have done the money launderings. There is so many big money crooks that he's gotten.
There's been some corrupt sheriffs out there.
All these
pardoning.
Yep, certain police officers. He's been pardoning and getting them up out of there. So so he doesn't want to uphold the law for certain people. So don't Larry Hoover, I think is a good distraction.
There we go.
I'm gonna say he's a good distraction from all the other people he's pardoning.
Yes.
So you gotta understand it's the lesser of two evils.
Throw that black face up there, you forget everything else.
He's smart enough. He's smart enough to do that, to throw your attention off with Larry Hoover and not let you realize who he's really letting out of jail. He's not an idiot when it comes to that. It's almost like, and that's the greatest scheme of America in media, is to put the big black face up there, the big chocolate face up there, and let everybody discuss it and not look at who's really getting out and who's really doing this.
Diddy and Abercrombie.
It is. Yeah, here comes Diddy, but Abercrombie and Fish here, all this different stuff.
We don't even know the dude's name. We just call him Abercrombie. That's how much we talk about him.
And this is what I'm trying to say. There's real villains out here that they refuse to talk about. We gave Elvis a whole motion picture movie, but R. Kelly's in jail.
Thank you.
We gave this man a whole motion picture movie, and that man is the ultimate rock zaddy child, you know whatter, marrying children out here doing something. Y'all, this dude's shirt, we can get that dude's shirt at Kohl's. Can't say nothing about Elvis. You see what I'm talking about? Like, this is why this game is so rigged, man. And people don't like to talk about it because they don't want to see it, and the media knows how to play the game. So don't sit there and look at Larry Hoover. I look at everybody else that's being pardoned. I look at so when these people go to jail for these PPP loans, I look at all the people that got forgiven from it.
Oh yeah.
Marjorie Green, what's it? The one that looked like a man. What's her name? I'm sorry. Ooh.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Marjorie Taylor Greene or something like that.
There we go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, Marjorie. I mean it. Sorry. Maybe I did.
That's gonna be cut up perfectly.
Maybe I did. Damn. God help me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta do better. I'm a work in progress. Marjorie Taylor Greene, these different Republican zaddies have got 2 million. I got the list. I went and got the list of the guys, of the people that have these millions and millions of dollars from these PPP loans that are your representatives and got everything deferred. Meanwhile, they're gonna take this dude from Pretty Ricky and all these other guys, put them in jail for PPP loans. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, man. You gotta let
Pretty Ricky dude got wrapped up in the PPP stuff. I don't remember which one.
But he's not Pretty Blue. Well, I don't know these dudes, but it's South down Florida. Shout out to South Florida. But yeah, they pick and choose who to put in jail for it, and they won't put the people that are known that have these massive loans in jail. You'll see this color face go in there first. I can't get down with that. I can't get down with that. It's the media change. So go for it.
My thing is, I didn't even know. I've only ever knew of Larry Hoover from that. I think I'm big meat. Larry Hoover. I didn't know that this dude was the creator of the disciples, and I didn't know that. So I know this information now because I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see it's like Larry Hoover. I'm like, oh, okay. So I keep scrolling, and didn't think anything of it, but it's definitely a ploy for something else that's happening, because if you do anything for the people, it's going to be spoken about. And unfortunately, some of our biggest stars have been associated with some of the most, heinous things, right? Like Drug dealers are always, always, always are crime bosses, even from their perspectives, right? There's a Irish crime bosses, there's Italian crime bosses that they idolize and speak highly of, no matter what it was that they were a part of. And I mean, speaking of Meech, he got out this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they throw that up there so we could be like, yeah, they're back. After they made all this money off of, the crack epidemic and all these people that they fed the money, that they fed the drugs to, and the murders that had to do with this and that, and the Bumpy Johnsons and the this persons and the that person. Yeah, they were great businessmen, right? And they got a lot of recognition for, their business. But at the end of the day, it was a bunch of devilish shit happening around everything that they were doing, right? So, I mean, I don't care that dude is out. He ain't helping my pockets. He was just a cool story, right? He's a cool story of a dude that made something out of nothing, which black people tend to do every day, right?
Every day.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, every day.
That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, call us lazy. Take the culture that we create, and they make money off of it, right? They make money off the fact that these big crime bosses, these gang leaders, and this and that, But when there were gang leaders that were, doing good and right for the community,
we killed him.
Huey Freeman. No, Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton. You know what I'm saying? Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, a bunch of people that were like really galvanizing the people and fighting for them. They got rid of those people quick. Somehow, some way, they end up, not being here anymore. But we glorify, the negative. So, I mean, hey, he's almost on his way out. But that ploy was because I didn't even know, Mo, what you just pointed out, that there's a bunch of other people that are getting pardoned as well, that are foul, a lot more foul, and have done worse things to people like us, whether it's financially by holding us down from a financial perspective. Sheriffs that are out here that probably did a bunch of fucking dirt, killing a bunch of people and having things just wiped under the table. It's constantly something from that perspective. I don't trust our leader. You know what I mean? I was going to bring up another subject today, which I'm not going to touch on. I'm just going to speak really briefly about. It's called not Spygate, Stargate. $500 million is being put into this construction site that they're trying to build, and they want to be the world's leading. We're going to be the world's leading country with AI. So they're going to pull in all the AI stuff and have it all ran from there.
Great.
Yeah. Great. But there's always some kind of underlying ploy.
Hold on, isn't that Terminator?
It's definitely Terminator. Yeah. It's definitely Skynet. I talked about this in like episode 3.
Yeah,
y'all, man. Skynet. We were watching a movie play out in front of our eyes. Yeah. And the most messed up part about it is we're not going to be the ones that are going to be affected by it, right? We're that generation that we're watching it like happen. Our children are going to be the ones. Yes. Our children are going to be the ones that have to deal with the garbage and their children. But I mean, when it has anything to do with Donald Trump, I'm good, man. I ain't got much to say. I mean, apparently people thought that I said that he was our greatest president, but when I specifically said no at the beginning of the conversation. But
you see how people get so triggered. You see how
whatever, man. I was hoping that we didn't bring this dude up today, but
I'm sorry.
But you know what? You know what, fellas, and quickly about Larry Hoover. You kind of talked about it, may have missed it, but I can never judge people in our culture back then at that time when we weren't alive. Because I don't know, it was a different time, and I don't know what they think we're going through, right? I don't know exactly what they were going through, and the blocks that they were given the things that were thrown at them by a lot of people that are maybe going to jail now or not, people of different races when it comes to money and the jobs that weren't given, the financial, how smart these quote unquote criminals are. They could have been the biggest finance people on earth and could have been billionaires.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why the game ain't fair, because they know this. We the ones who think that not all of us, but we in general, they tell us we not nothing, and a lot of people believe it.
And a lot of people understand, they have to understand, well, they could have went to school like everybody else and got education. No. We don't know what happened back then and what was going on back then and what the blocks were back then.
The opportunities weren't there.
Exactly. Nope. Especially if you were from the South, you still had the hand-me-down books. My mother actually spoke about this and how the teachers would tell the kids that they were getting new books, so they would get very excited about getting these new books. And when they got these new books, they were ripped up. They were from the white schools, the Caucasian schools. They were ripped out, written all over. But that was new books for them, with words missing and different things missing. We don't understand that wasn't too long ago. So we have to understand. We have to have some empathy for how the origin stories of people.
Yeah.
I really like to look at everything from a bigger lens than just, he was a drug king, he was this. We don't really know what happened or what the opportunities were for him to excel differently. We just don't know. So I always want to let people know that, yes, this person could have been a drug pen, but there's worse people. I think the financial crooks are a lot deeper and a lot worse than these guys.
Absolutely.
Because they're cutting off the heads of way more families, way more health insurance, health cares to get their money. That's a bigger gang. So let's start. And they've killed a lot more people than these drug people. Trust me on that.
Accurate.
Yeah. So I'll close this topic up. But yeah, we basically covered everything. But it's a ploy. It's a ploy. It's a way for him to get bigged up and show people, look, see, I'm not racist. I let out one of you guys.
JT, another thing too, I don't like how our community does that. We throw parades and picnics for people that for the drug kings, and we don't do anything for the scholars.
Bro, I didn't get. You know how many motherfuckers took me out for drinks when I graduated?
See what I'm saying? Because I remember you saying it.
And I mean, and it's the same people who show up to my 4th of July and parties and stuff like that.
Which I hope you get the chance to come.
Very small circle. So Mo is 100% right. Yeah, man, it's sad that that's where our culture celebrates.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's almost like modern day Robin Hood, because the people that were being employed by these gangsters, drug kingpins, were same people who you call the cops on if they were walking down the street in your neighborhood back in those days.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know, so they stayed out of your neighborhood. You should be happy for a man like Larry Hoover. You know, like they kept it over there, because if it was Justin Malone or Fred Hampton or those types, we would have been in your neighborhood and burned it down. But that's a whole nother story. That's why I'm in the generation I'm in now, because I would have been gone already, because that's what I would have been telling people. Why are we fighting each other? They got really nice houses on that side of town. Let's go burn them down. Let's go over there. We don't even own this neighborhood. Why are we burning this shit? Let's go burn that shit.
And that's
the guy who owns this building He lives over there. Let's burn his house. And now he has to move back to this neighborhood. Then we kick his ass every day. And we can get his daughter pregnant.
And that's what and like people that think like you are about here. You're right.
Exactly. If the internet, again, I'm not suicidal, people. Because I say things right here, but yeah, man, it is what it is. It's a ploy by Donald Trump to try to get his approval ratings up in what they call the urban community. Even though the urban community is all Spanish now, can we just keep it a buck? And can we say that? Like, only cats really live in the cities is either super dirt poor, or they immigrated over here.
Mo, you ready? You ready
Just
to go?
Saying, money go. Because I'm going off topic.
I'm about to go crazy.
Y'all too funny, man.
Just saying, man. We need to stop this. Like, can we just call it what it is, man?
I mean,
I'm just saying. Just saying.
All right, let me get this out. All right, y'all. You're not wrong, but
we got to call a spade a spade,
Yeah, but that's dangerous thinking when you said.
I'm just saying the majority cats we know live in the burbs.
Yes, but
I'm just saying, nice houses, nice yards. That's all we go around. So I don't know these people that they put on the news. I'm just saying.
Let me see if I can share this. It was ready to share before, but okay, there. No, share the screen. There you go.
This is about to be wild, people. Here we go.
I already know.
Damn, dog. Why you always gotta say it like that?
Because we know what time it is, man.
You haven't seen one now that wasn't wild yet, Mo.
Yo, the old man with the girlfriend.
Yo, that was the craziest. They all lobbying for the number one spot, he said.
Yep.
Oh, he was.
That was crazy. Tom was nuts.
Nah, Tom was on another level. Y'all don't see that? Nah, you don't see that. I don't know why it's maybe because we're already on, but let's see if I can do it like that. All right. Nah, it's right there, but for some reason it's not sharing. So let me share the screen one more time, fellas. Change. Yeah, there it is. Google Drive. There it is. Share.
Here we go.
There we go.
Feeding the man's appetite.
Oh gosh.
Hell, just let it happen, fellas. What's wrong with y'all? All right, you ready?
Let's go.
I'm trying to hit play. Come on, man. Oh, there it is. Hold on, let me pull it back a little.
God rest his soul, before he passed away, that men have.
Hold on. I want you to hear what she says.
I remember my grandfather telling me, God rest his soul, before he passed away, that men have 4 different appetites that you have to tend to. He said,
What did I just do?
Oh, no.
Dust it up.
I remember my grandfather telling me, God rest his soul, before he passed away, that men have 4 different appetites that you have to tend to. He said, men are not complicated. He said, I'm just going to break it down to you. He told me, he said, men have a physical appetite, a visual appetite, a sexual appetite, and an emotional appetite. And for a minute, I really didn't understand it when I was younger, but as I got older, it really started to click. It always stayed with me. He said, physically, you need to make sure that you know how to cook. And if you don't know how to cook, then find out how to cook. And if you can't, then at least have a meal on the stove or in the stove. By the time he get there, that's warm, especially if that man is taking care of the household. He said, it don't take a lot of work. He said it don't. And I watched my grandmother do it. I watched her do it, so I know that I'm capable. He said a visual appetite. He said, keep yourself up. He said, if you're the only woman that this man is going to be with, at least keep yourself up. He said, because men still need to be stimulated visually, so that way they can crave you. He said, and he said, love will still be there. He said, and although your looks will fade, you the one woman that he wants to look at. Give him something, excite him, make him imagine something, tease him, right? And then there's the sexual. My grandfather told me, he said that, yes, visually you can stimulate a man. He said, but don't forget that men are sexual in nature. He said, and so they gonna want to do what they want to do to their woman. You're the only woman that he's sleeping with. You're the only woman that he desired. Take some time out of y'all day. He said, look, if y'all got to share the responsibilities, share the responsibilities. You both do things in the house so that way when the kids are down, y'all both can bathe and oil each other down and do what y'all need to do. He said, that's going to help y'all connect. And then last one, he said, men do have an emotional appetite. He said, all men want to feel is appreciated, understood, heard. That's it. He said, just listen to him. You don't got to talk much. Just listen. He always told me that men are not that complicated. He's absolutely right.
She was speaking some truth.
Yeah, and now
I ain't hear no lies.
Same thing.
I ain't hear no lies.
Ain't
no lies.
So, fellas, my question to you was, what do you think about what the lady, with the young lady is saying, and do you think it's true or false? And just speak. Hold on. And the reason why I put that up there is because a lot of ladies right now do not know what men want. A lot of men don't know what men want. So I want you to express your feelings about this video, and what do you think she was wrong at all about what men want?
I'm gonna set it off, Justin. I think that she spoke lots of truth in her message. The cooking aspect, there are a lot of men that can cook as well. So it's just nice to have somebody take on that, not burden, but that duty as well, and do it at a high level. You know what I mean? So you do have something to look forward to. It's nothing like wanting your partner, right? Like they show you some kind of like visual, something that you like. Say like you're a dude that's in the feet. She's always got her feet done. You know what I'm saying? Just cause, you know what I mean? Or, she's a professional, but you're a dude that likes stockings, so she's rocking the stockings. You know what I mean? Like things like that. The small increment. I always say that word.
I know what you mean. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah, the small things that get the engine revving, and every once in a while, do something like that to excite them. You know what I mean? And let them know, yo, I still know what it is. And then when it comes to be the most, if you come with the thunder in the bedroom, right? It's a strong possibility that your man's not gonna leave to go try and get it anywhere else.
Ain't nobody
right? Because the only thing that's gonna happen is if you are, I hear plenty of dudes out here in these streets that be like, I couldn't do that to my wife. She's my wife.
Who says?
But I can do it to my side chick though. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do that nasty, creaky, freaky shit to my side chick, but I can't do it to my wife. She kisses my children. I'm like, okay. But, in the same sense, if your wife was slobbing and bobbing or doing all the wild, crazy shit that you were going out in the streets to get, man, you wouldn't have to do it. But you put her on such a high pedestal to where it's like, no, I could never possibly, do that foul thing to her. But I can do it to this other chick over here. Hell no. She's supposed to be the one that does any and everything for you in that moment. Equally as such as you're supposed to be the one to do any and everything for her in that moment. You're supposed to be the most absolute comfortable with your partner when you guys are ass cheek naked. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be that way. Who else knows you better than the person that, you've been with for whatever amount of years? I don't understand it. So, be as nasty as fucking possible. You need to go get toys and you can do whatever you got to do to spice it up, but do it. And, nothing. This is just a human thing. When you speak and you feel a certain way about a certain thing, you want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? I saw a video. We brought this up before where the dude was talking about a piece of wire.
The twine, yeah,
the twine. And he gave it all in that moment. And she was just like, you're wearing your Jets hat. And he just was broken. She broke that dude.
Spazzed out on her.
See, bro, no, he's just like, you know what? You don't even fucking get it.
Yeah,
and he
you
got
know,
up and walked away.
I mean, he walked away. He was trying. I think he was trying not to spaz out on her
Yeah,
because he
but
wanted
he was so hurt. That was a very painful moment for that dude. And when that video went viral, every dude on the planet felt my man's pain.
Yep.
Because you said something that meant something deep to you, and she just disregarded it and kept moving in a different direction. So, I mean, you know what's crazy is that the grandfather, not the father, but the grandfather of that young lady with those beautiful eyes, because she has some really nice eyes, had to give her the real, and he gave it to her. He said, "Yo, look, no holds bars. This is information that you're gonna need to have in order for you to live the life that you're looking to live." And Steve, it didn't hit her immediately, but it hit her in the end.
Steve, and that's really the main thing is, and reason why I say a lot of ladies do not understand men, and we're very simple creatures. She broke it down in four tiers, and that was it, right? You know, ladies usually have a list of things that turn them off and things the guys have to do, right? Then they realize they get those things and don't really want them because they didn't, when they were younger, get that talking to or cared enough to learn what a man likes or wants. But they want the marriage or certain things, but they didn't care enough to want to know what the man wanted. So a lot of the times that grandfather was in her life. We don't know if that father was in her life. So a lot of times these ladies don't understand what a man wants because they never had a male figure in their home or around them, older male they trusted and knew to speak to them. That's why I want to bring this topic up. Continue, Justin. Go for it, JT.
Yeah, she was dead on. Her grandfather was right. For whatever reason, you know, when it comes to a man's wants and needs in this society, our society, American, let's go, I'll say Western society, we ain't shit but a check. Money, protection. That's what women marry for. They don't give a shit about how you feel, what you want, how you want it, how you gonna get there to get it. They just want to be protected. They want to look better than their fucking shitty, ugly friends and have more than those people who don't mean shit at the end of the day. Anyway, so women don't care what a man wants, and then they wonder why they end up in some of the situations that they're in. You don't want to listen to your man when he talks. You just be sharing information with you. You don't care. You rather doom scroll on your phone and worry about what some reality TV fucker is doing, or some kid who just made it rich on TikTok doing some stupid fucking dance. That's more important to most women nowadays than it is what's going on inside your man's head. Sexually, he said, you know, men have a sexual appetite. I mean, we could talk about this topic forever. And I'm going to come out and say it. Everybody knows in a relationship, if a dude is out here doing the dirt, especially in a marriage, 9 out of 10 times, it's the woman's fault that the man is out here anyway. I'm fucking going to say it. I don't give two shits who hear it. It's the truth. Because I'm about to put it into perspective for y'all. The majority of men was not out here beating women off with sticks in their teenage years, in their early 20s, in their mid 20s, in their late 20s. Dudes was working hard to get the little bit they was getting. Can y'all agree with me on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Most men that I know had some ladies, I'm not going to give a number, had some ladies, but they always had one girl that they was like, this is the one. I know, I can tell. I'm seeing everybody go through it. You know, I went through seeing everybody get engaged and fall in love. And yeah, I was talking to this one. This one is the one. Or whatever. And at the time this man decides that this one is the one, 3, 4, 5 other ones. He's finally getting into his rhythm, finally getting into his prime. And he gives it all up for one. And the one is doing everything to beat out those other 4 or 3 or 2, however many other ones was out there that had interest in this man. And he says, this is the one I'm going to be with. And she does all, like Steve said, all this nasty shit to make the other ones go away. And then she gets the prize, and it's just, okay, I'm going to stop now because I won.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Yeah, I'm going to stop now because I won. Guess what? The other 3 or 4 or 5 he was talking to is still out there. They're still out there. And guess what? They ain't stopped.
Perfecting their craft.
They ain't stopped.
Their craft.
They ain't stopped. So there's that. So that's why I say what I say. Like, men was not beating chicks. Most dudes were not beating women off with sticks. So when you choose that woman, you're expecting to get what she was given the whole time. Because if not, you could stay single and get call girls. Same price, no responsibility. I understand it now as an older guy. Don't say I partake. Still think it's a little weird, but I understand why people do it. So there's that aspect of life. What was the other one? She said physical. Yo, a hug goes a long way for a man sometimes. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
And it's some people out here, women, that act like they don't understand that. Oh, I'm repulsed by him. He's disgusting. I don't want him touching me. Somebody else gonna give him a hug, motherfucker. Somebody else gonna give him a motherfucking hug.
Yeah, you ain't never lie, bro.
All right.
All speak.
So you just the simple hug change a man's life in that moment. And what was the first one she said?
I know she said the last one was listening to
him. Cooking.
Mm-hmm. Cooking, same thing. I said it on this pod before, and I'll say it again. I dated women when I was out here dating because they could not cook. And people was like, you could teach her how to cook. Fuck her and her mama. Because she should have taught her how to cook. What I look like as a grown-ass man, 25, 26, teaching another grown-ass person how to cook. You know, I teach to cook my daughters. You know why? That's my job. I'm supposed to raise my kids so that they become successful members of society and can actually keep a man happy if that's what they choose to do. And anybody who says, women aren't just supposed to be in the kitchen, shut up. Shut up. Take your shoes off.
But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Get barefoot, get in the kitchen, get pregnant, make me a meal. Shut up.
Oh my God.
I'm sick of you women with this. What's the meme I see? Get back in the kitchen. Yo.
But this is the problem. This is what he's saying.
If you can't cook, what are we doing for family events? I'm cooking everything. You know, what's going on? Like, we're not going to host a Thanksgiving. We're not going to host a Christmas at our home. We're never going to have a small dinner party. You don't want to show off your skills in the kitchen. Like, you think it's cool to spend all your money ordering food? No, because guess what? Again, a man, here's how a single man can survive, and they can prove they don't need a woman with the things. You get yourself Uber Eats, or you can get yourself a personal chef. They're not as expensive as people think. I never had one, but I priced. Yeah, I priced people. That's how I'm living. I priced a personal chef at one time in my life. All right. So you can do that. You can get a therapist to listen to your problems. You can get a massage to get your touch. And I already spoke on how you get your intimacy on. So services that are frowned upon by modern women, men will pay for it. And you still won't have nobody. So maybe instead of listening to your bitter mama, your bitter auntie, your bitter sister, your gay cousin, maybe you should actually listen to a straight heterosexual man that you want to build a family with. and listen to what the fuck he wants. And maybe you can have everything that you want. And no, you wouldn't be a pick me. You'd be a wife. You'd be a mother. You'd be a grandmother someday. Um, I mean, I guess you can have the grandmother and, you know, not be a wife, and the mother and not be a wife. That's what a lot of women choose these days as well, because they rather be alone than listen to a man. And again, most dudes ain't even asking for nothing. Give me a little head, warm me up a plate, rub my back, maybe, give me a hug, and you know, listen to me. That's it. Sometimes I want to talk about how shitty fucking Jessica is an accountant and how she get on my goddamn nerves. That's all. It ain't too much. Money, close us out.
So pretty much, yes, that's some great things. The reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is strictly for ladies that really don't know what men like. I think they realize more and more that they don't know what men want. They've realized it. I don't know if it's from social media or pulling away from social media and speaking to men. They're like, dang, I really don't know what they want, because they didn't have to learn, because you were getting hit on since you were 10 years old. So didn't really, I'm being
10. Jesus Christ, man.
It's true. It's true. Some of my earliest memories of being realizing that I was hitting puberty and maturing is there was a girl in 5th grade and she grew breasts. And me and all the other boys couldn't stop staring at her. 10 years old. And teachers would yell at us about it. Leave her alone. She can't help it. Her body's changing. And we're like, oh, yeah, we know her body's changing. That's disgusting. Stop it. And I got people. I could call people right now. And say, yeah, we was doing that.
See what I'm talking about?
It was all complexions looking at this girl, too.
You see what I'm saying?
White to the brown. All one down, 10 years old. So, yeah. And remember, Steve, we talked about this. How I told you I would be running track cross country and we'd have to run past the middle school. And I see all the dudes in the high school waiting for the middle school girls to get out. 11, 12, 13 middle school age people. 14 through 17 high school age. So chicks have been getting hit on since they was 10 years old, Steve. Yeah.
And this is the problem. So you discussed that the grandfather, Steve, had to tell her the truth and the real. So pretty much fathers, grandfathers, just in your daughters and your nieces' lives, you are responsible to tell them the truth about men and break down the game to them about men. A lot of ladies are now single moms and they have the single mom movement, but it's very hard to raise a child, a boy and a girl, you know, without a male discipline that's going to speak to them in a certain way. They may not understand it then, but they won't forget the words that person they trust says. And I'm going to go a little deeper. Younger ladies, please listen to me. Please listen to me. When you are attracted, not even younger ladies, I'm even saying y'all mature chicks, y'all mature ladies. Any man that you're trying to deal with now, you need to get them vetted by your deeper guy friends or your uncles, your cousin, a male figure. Stop trusting yourself. Stop trusting yourself. This goes for younger ladies. This goes for the older ladies. Y'all damn sure can't pick no men. Look at your Carfax. Y'all can't pick no damn men. Your Carfax, your track record is showing you can't pick no damn good y'all some men for you. You're attracted to a certain man. That doesn't mean that's the man for you. And that male figure will vet them for you. Trust me, I'm going deeper with that. But as far as what the young lady was saying, she wasn't wrong, and I hope that what JT and what Steve were breaking down and talking about hits you guys, hits you ladies and people, because it's really, really not complicated creatures. And I understand you have hormones and you're always changing your big age and blah 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 and da 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 ta 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 ta. Listen,
it's like a dick and be quiet.
Oh my God.
well, listen, you got to think about it like this. If you want this person to pull in everything financially, but you can't do those 4-tier things of like taking care of yourself, making sure your health is good, making sure there's certain food there, and it doesn't have to be every day, but it has to be something and it's like edible. It's not as dark as me, and there's certain things. If you want this thing here or these things that you think this guy is supposed to bring, and this lady broke down 4 simple tiers, of this person's supposed to be with you. You want this person to be with you for the long-term eternity, but you want to have your you want to close down the shop of the kitty cat and all that stuff. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. You can't play both sides of the thing. You can't. Well, I'm changing now, and just figure it out. Drink some water and figure it out.
For real.
Drink some water and figure it out. I
They
mean,
got books for that.
yeah, and the thing is, it's like, but this is the thing, Steve. You know what? It's they have so lack of empathy for the male, and just the way the modern times are, zero empathy, and won't even listen to just won't listen to how they feel at all.
Nope.
That we're really at a crossroads, and I hope that this young lady really helped with the breakdown. If they didn't want to listen to us, that's why I put the lady up there speaking of what her grandfather told her, and she's like broke it down, and you guys said she's right, and I don't have one issue with it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know what? I forgot the visual aspect for the woman.
Yeah, the visual.
Standpoint.
Yes.
I'm gonna put it into perspective for a lot of ladies when it comes to the visual aspect. Most men, again, like I said, they pick you based on, they know they want to be with you. They know they want to hold you down or whatever. Sometimes it's not the best looking chick they pick.
Why is that?
Because sometimes it's not always about looks. Sometimes you like a person's personality. Sometimes the person does listen to you. Sometimes the person does have a throat that is bottomless, and
Yo,
and you just, and that's your job becomes to find the bottom. And look, some guys pick off of that. The point that I'm making is this: if you got picked, the man already thought you was pretty. It don't take much to, what he likes you to wear. Like Steve pointed out, it ain't hard to tell. I mean, he told you when you was dating. Keep doing that, and you'll be good. And some women, I don't dress like that anymore. Yada yada yada. Squeeze your ass into it for once in a blue moon. Say, remember I used to wear this? Yeah, I do. That shit still look good on you. Well, it don't fit no more. Come take this shit off me, and you get it popping. It's very simple, ladies.
Yeah,
it's very I'm seriously writing in Braille for y'all because y'all can't see. Like,
it definitely is, and not necessarily just the 4 things, right? Because she gave you the blueprint of 4, but you can have 3.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Sometimes dudes settle for 50-50. 200 to 2, 200 to 4.
My point is, we are always settling, and we don't bring it up. But they're we can't settle for this, and I'm like, we are always settling.
You bring it up.
Imagine if we didn't settle, the population would be gone.
Yo, I've said for years, I didn't decide I wanted a family. I'd be one of the richest men in pharmaceuticals, hands down, because I could have got on the move, man. I could have got on them planes. I could have took that trip to Russia. Then when those people was looking for somebody to come help build their facility out in Russia, yeah, I was getting offered jobs in Russia. I stayed my ass in the U.S.
But it's a sacrifice. That is a sacrifice because
what I'm saying.
If you don't have somebody, you can move the way you want to move in this endless. Then it's endless possibilities. You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Canada, Russia, Puerto Rico. I've had China, Ireland. I've had opportunities in all the hotbeds for my industry. And I stay I won't even say happy ass. I stay my simple ass in the U.S. instead of getting that money.
Oh man.
So
oh man.
On that note, that's gonna be the close of this episode. Thank y'all for listening to Everybody Has a Mic podcast, episode 19. Solid episode as always. I'm happy to be here with my brothers, JT Malone, Mo M-O-N-E-Y. And with me to say goodbye, I would like to say, yo, speak your truth, live your truth. That's it. Short message. Speak your truth, live your truth. That's all we want y'all to do. Top to bottom. Please be safe until the next time. Peace.
Let's go Knicks. If not,
all day.
Next year.
Bing bong. Got whatever for whoever. Bring your squad.
Oh my God.